As a very pivotal and inspirational writer once said, to live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people just exist, and that is all. Oscar Wilde said that, and I cannot agree more. And there's one person that comes to mind when I think of who taught me how to live. And that person is my mother. Now, my mother and I have had an interesting relationship, to say the least. Ever since I was little, I always looked up to my mom, but, maybe not for the right reasons, but they were the reasons that came to be. Whenever I was 11 years old, my mother bought a motorcycle. Now, whenever I was 11 years old, my mother was in her mid-30s. So this was sort of a midlife crisis event that led into other events as well. But that showed me right away that my mother is a free spirit that cannot be tied down by any materialistic things. Because very quickly, she was in a motorcycle accident. She didn't need that motorcycle after that, funny enough, but she went out and got it, she went out and rode it, she went out and crashed it, and that was her living and experiencing life. Other experiences that my mother had throughout my childhood was her going on girl vacations, kind of on a whim, traveling 15 hours to go to Florida for a week and have a good time, visit the beaches, get absolutely wasted and have a good time. And obviously that might not be the best role model for a child of my age at the time, but looking back at it now as a 20-year-old woman, I find so much inspiration in the woman that my mother is and was. In fact, during this time, my mother also performed other activities that were not particularly role model. In fact, she divorced my father at this time, which I know what you're thinking, oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry to hear that. And, at the time, I was kind of, a little irked by the situation, as I'm sure you can imagine a child would be. But again, looking back on the situation, my mother she took that time for herself. She took time to heal from the traumas of her past. She took time to become the woman that she is today. And funny enough, I'm not sure how this happened. My parents are back together. After 10 years of divorce, both of them having grown and been with different people throughout that time, have reconnected and formed a new and what I imagine to be a healthier relationship. Again, as a 20-year-old, that is something that I aspire to have. I want that healthy relationship, even if it comes at a cost of having possibly suffered a toxic relationship in the past. I hope to create something healthier for myself and my partner in the future. My mother, God bless her, there are so many things to say about her. She's the light of my life. She's the person that I go to whenever anything happens in my life, whether it be good or bad. She's always there for a shoulder to cry on or someone to laugh with. I've always felt safe explaining my life to her, and that is because she taught me how to live. Though my mother may not have been as closely tied to me as a child as I wish she would have been, she gave me the gifts of strength and willpower that are gifts that nobody can take for granted. And I love her, and I wish her all the best. So this toast goes out to you, Mom. I love you.